Alright, so today, it's cold. It's pretty cold actually. It's probably in that teens right now, which is fine. I'm okay with it. I'm in my 8120 doing my 8120 job, which is right here. Look at that. Lovely stop he did. He was so good at it. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to pick up loads of hay. We don't have a huge stockpile at the farm anymore. It's been probably a month since I've hauled anything home, and Dad's been just taken out of the pile because I've been doing other things. I mean, I'm just getting back into the swing of things after the corn fodder job. Still waiting to get paid on that one completely. It is damn near the end of the year, and I like to have old business done before new business starts. But that's just the way it is. I do have to, yeah, shit. For some reason, my mind just went blank. I do have to get a lot of work done before the end of the year, and you know, it just seems to be the way that it is lately, that people that owe me money owe me a lot of money. Probably more money than most people make in 3 years of work is owed to me at this point right now. I'm a little bit sad about it. Still functioning. I still have some money in the coffers because, you know, I'm pretty good at stocking up on cash when I need it for the low times. And right now we're in a low time. I'm just going to shut up right now and get on with the driving, and hopefully beyond hopefully, I can get my material home, because I am planning a couple of trips, and you know, it's just I'm planning a couple of trips, and I got to get that done, and the skid steer has to be fixed, and I got a transmission going in a truck that has to be taken care of before I do that. And I would actually like to have the job done before I go, you know. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and grab up some hay up the road here and get on with the rest of the day. Every year I have this gripe, and I can tell you, it's a gripe. There's my pile of hay. I got to get that tarp off. I want to bring that home. Not in this particular spot, but this is white from salt. Now, I know there's a lot of environmentalists out there that watch this channel and just cringe about stuff that I do, but what is the exception, or when is it an acceptable thing to pollute our streams and waterways and our ditches with salt, and it's, you know, not okay to use a different type of salt like glyphosate, which is a salt. Most herbicides are a salt, but it's perfectly okay for the town or the county or even the state. This is a state highway, and you can see there's a buildup in the very center of this road, and to the left right there, there is so much salt on the road that it has become slippery from salt. Here's another spot right off the nose that you can possibly see. There's probably a 1/4 inch of crystallized salt that is liquefied and recrystallized, and it's running down into the waterways. If you see along the edge of the road there, the roadway, there's hardly any grass that grows. It's mostly just a weedy type material that's growing there. If you find low spots in fields where there's room for salt to run off the road, out of the ditch and into the field, corn won't grow, soybeans won't grow, wheat won't grow, and hay won't grow as well. So, you know, when you see somebody, you know, that's dribbling a little fuel on the road or dribbling oil, and they get, you know, environmental impact statements and bullshit like that thrown at them. And I had an accident, my dad had an accident once upon a time, maybe 3 years ago, and 2 to 3 years ago, and we punctured the fuel tank, and I got a bill for $17,000 for cleanup. Well, I guarantee you that diesel fuel that was spilled on the roadway, that they had to charge me $17,000 in fines and clean up was far less than the impact of this salt that they're putting on the road. Now, yeah, when I was a kid, they plowed the roads and put cinders on the road. Now, if you know what cinders are, that's what's left over from the steel industry when they, you know, after they make steel, that's the slag, and they call it cinders. So, what the cinders did was actually gave you grip on the roadway with your car and the tires, whereas now they have actually passed laws that you can't use cinders and you have to use salt. Well, a lot of this stuff is salt, and then they come out before, you know, so you buy the townships, the municipalities, the states, the counties, they buy salt, and then they hire a company to come in with calcium chloride. You know, calcium chloride, that stuff we used to put in tires, and when you got a leak, it rotted your tractor, all the shit. Yeah, that stuff. They'll hire a company to come out and douse the salt with calcium chloride. Now, that calcium chloride melts snow to below 0. Okay, so salt works really good at 32 degrees. It doesn't work nearly as well at 12 degrees, and it barely works at all in 0 degrees. That is how they come up with 0 degrees Fahrenheit. When you take, that is when salt no longer has an effect on ice, and snow is at 0 degrees. But magnesium, or magnesium, calcium chloride or even magnesium chloride will take that down another, I think it takes it down another 10 degrees. There's where somebody hit a deer. Gotta love the deer. I'm pretty sure that's a deer. Maybe they just smacked into somebody. I don't know. But then they kept going. So that oil that's on the road there, that's about the amount that I spilled on the road when my dad got to that accident, and that cost me 17 grand. My insurance didn't cover it because it was on the road. If it was in the field, it would have been fine, but because it was on the road, the insurance company didn't cover it. So anyway, yeah, so what I'm seeing here is really kind of a double standard for people. If it's okay for the state to do what they're doing, and it's okay for the county and the townships to dump toxic, hazardous material, and yes, it is toxic and hazardous to the wildlife, the freshwater wildlife that actually lives in these ditches and waterways and streams downstream. And it's getting to the point where it is beyond ridiculous. And I mean beyond ridiculous. Cinders were good, but now that people don't know how to drive in the snow and they're in such a hurry to get to places and they bang up their cars and kill one another, they've obviously lobbied in Trenton and other capitals around, capitol buildings, state capitol buildings around the country to have them dump salt like there's no end to it and no negative effect from it. And that's what kind of gets me here. Now, anyways, that's just me rambling on.